Hi, and welcome to another edition of Right on Rangers Live, coming at you in the eighth inning, top of the eighth to be specific. And it is an 8-3 ball game. Good guys ahead, of course. 2 outs, Hunter Goodman up to bat. We're going to bring you the rest of this game and hopefully close out a series sweep of the Colorado Rockies. Caleb Bosley just painted one on the outside corner. And look, the Rangers pitching once again comes to play. Patrick Corbin, 9 Ks, season high. Wonder when the last time he had 9 Ks in a start was, man. Wonder when the last time that was. Hey, Big D51, what's good, man? Thank you for the gift. Appreciate you, brother. Very generous as always. Thank you, sir. Man, Caleb is going extra innings today, going multiple innings, I should say. So far, he's pitched an inning and 2/3, going for 2 full innings right here. And he is 1 strike away. 2-2-2. Rocky's got a runner on first base. Adolis Garcia, fortunately, made this one a little bit further apart. We were at a 3-run game there for a second. Dolly 2-run bomb makes it 8-3. It's huge. You did not want to use high leverage guys today. I know y'all heard me going on and on about that yesterday. I mean, this is exactly what you wanted to do. Although I do see Robert Garcia warming up for some unknown reason. I mean, I know maybe he hasn't pitched in a little while. I don't know when his last outing was. I don't really know why we're having Robert Garcia throw. Hopefully it's one of those like little side sessions. There's no reason we need to burn Robert Garcia tonight ahead of the Houston series. I'm sorry. No reason we need to do that. Yeah, that was a huge bomb by Dolly, Brad. 100%. Huge bomb by Dolly. Yeah, the Stros need all our ones. And look, Bosley gets through this one. Bosley needs to go all the rest, man. He needs to go the rest of the way. You don't need to burn Garcia here. Bosley needs to throw the 9th. I said this on the live. I'm going to give myself on a little pat on the back. Last night, I told y'all on the live how this game needed to go, and I'm glad that the Rangers are cooperating. I said we need some offense tomorrow, and it needs to be Patrick Corbin going 6 or 7 strong and Caleb Bosley the rest of the way. Y'all that were here last night, back me up here. We said it on the show. We all agreed this was going to be the plan for today. And sure enough, the Rangers decide to come through for us. Beautiful, beautiful game in terms of the offense really waking up. And then, of course, it's just wonderful seeing Patrick Corbin continue to succeed in a Rangers uniform. I mean, look, for all of the crap that we give the Rangers pitching development for how they were not able to unlock Cole Reagans, I think you got to look at Patrick Corbin and feel a little bit more confident in the Rangers pitching coaches and what they're able to do. I mean, look, clearly this is Patrick Corbin operating mainly with the big league staff, but what they have been able to accomplish with Patrick Corbin, incredible. I mean, look, you are, I think, looking at if he continues this, and it's going to be tough for him to continue it, but I think you're looking at an early candidate comeback player of the year. I mean, I don't know who else is in the running this year. I haven't done any research on it, but I've just got to imagine right now he's pretty high up there on that list. I mean, you look at his career, you look at his last seasons. So pitching in Washington, he had a 5.62 ERA in 24, a 5.20 ERA in 23, a 6.31 ERA in 22, a 5.82 ERA in 21, a 4.66 ERA in 2020. This guy hasn't had a sub 4.66 ERA since 2020. And the Rangers have got him looking like this. So look, for all the crap that we give the Rangers pitching development, I think you've got to show them some love with what they've been able to accomplish with Patrick Corbin. Rangers 15-7-2. Yeah, I think we really ought to consider giving David Robertson a call. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'd love to see it. Standing room only left for the Astros. Big D, that's the way to go right there. I'd love to see the Rangers fans packing the house for that Stroh series. Silver boot, got to make it happen. Jock Peterson, hard ground out here. Jock on the day, 1 for 4 now with a walk. So been on base a couple of different times. Got to love that. Adolis Garcia, a lot of people, including myself, a little bit curious. Why is he still hitting cleanup? Well, he showed you a little bit tonight why he's still hitting cleanup. The ABs look pretty good tonight, pretty balanced up there. And that is the best version of Adolis Garcia. I was telling a couple of my buddies in our little in-game chat, the first two pitches are huge with Adolis. You can tell a lot about how the at-bat is going to go based on how the first two pitches goes for him. That doesn't mean he's going to get a hit every time, but right now he's 2-0. Laid off an off-speed pitch low for ball 1. Laid off an inside pitch for ball 2. These are the counts that Dolly thrives in right here. Lets a fastball go high and inside. That's a tough pitch unless you're expecting it. Let's keep on going. I'll see what's going on in the YouTube comments. Austin, I totally agree. This is the best outcome we could ask for. Dolly's going to swing and miss here on an inside fastball. Definitely, sorry about that. Definitely a pitch that he usually can catch up to, but we've talked about this with Dolly. The bat speed is just a little suspect over the past couple of years. It dipped from 23 to 24. Dolly hits a little pop-up here. Looks like right field is going to be able to handle it, and he does. So 2 down. Dolly kind of had the butt out, trying to get an off-speed pitch low and away. Didn't work out great. So, look, worked into a 2-0 count. Didn't end up turning into anything fruitful. Marcus Semien up to bat. Semien is 1 for 4 with a single at this point. Keep going. Appreciate all y'all hanging out. Thank you so much. What about Jackson with that pitch down center field to the outskirts of home plate? Am I right? Give me a little more context. Help me out here. We keep going. Anyone knows yet if Martin and Jackson's injuries are worth worrying about? Philip, yeah, I posted something. I think it was on Facebook and Threads and X and Blue Sky. Essentially, what we're hearing is Luke Jackson still in a holding pattern. They did the x-rays, nothing broken, anything like that. But they're still in a little bit of a holding pattern with Luke Jackson. Doesn't sound like it's going to be anything crazy. Basically, I think just a really bad bruise, probably a sore back. I'm guessing he'll be back for the Houston series at some point. And then with Martin, they, I think, did the MRI x-rays, and it was clean. And I think he was going to throw today. So one of those things, but I think that he is going to be okay and probably avoid an IL stint from what it sounds like. Big D51, I'm on everything, man. I don't I don't differentiate. I just put my stuff out there to as many people who want to be a part of it. Don't really have a preference, but I just have an app that literally posts to every social media site. Beyond that, I'm probably on X the most. I would say I'm on X more than probably anything to just get the news that I get for the Rangers and really any other team. X is probably number 1. After that, it just depends on the app, right? But yeah, sorry, Jeff, Twitter or X, formerly Twitter. Whatever. Y'all know what I mean. That's probably the preference, though. But I'm on everything. We're not distinguishing. We're not having any prejudice for one app or the other. It's whatever. Whatever app you like, whatever app you want to follow Right on Rangers on, it's good enough for me. Appreciate all y'all hanging out. Thank you so much. Rangers right now going to, I believe, the top of the 9th inning. Bottom of the 8th, we had 1, 2, 3. Simi just struck out. So we'll go to the top of the 9th, and we shall see if the Rangers can close this one out. I would love to see Bosley. I know they were showing Robert Garcia warming up. Come on now. Come on now. Yeah, Big D51. Yeah, it's literally no worries, man. Everything. Whatever app is out there. I'm on some obscure ones too. But a little bit of everything. Instagram for Rangers and Insta for Rangers Nation. Hey, there you go. Rangers did need this cake home series, Justin. I'm totally with you. They did need this cake series, 100%. Richard Seager's on the IL, hamstring for Siegs. And it sounds like the two pitchers are going to avoid the IL, Martin and Jackson. Jackson, I think, just badly bruised. And then Martin, I think, just a little bit of a scare, but sounded like he was going to play catch today. Did not know or did not find out how catch went, but that's what it sounded like Martin was going to be doing. So here we go. AL West is insanely tight. Kind of surprised. I got to say, Justin, I'm not surprised. I really thought that this AL West was going to be a pretty tight race. And sure enough, here we are. I thought that maybe over the course of the season, the Rangers would distinguish themselves a little bit, separate themselves from the pack. Hopefully that still ends up happening. Hopefully. But I thought that this was going to be a close race for a little while. And it's looking that way early on. Bosley 0-2, and McMahon's going to foul this one off. I think he'll get the save if he closes this one out. We'll see. Seattle lost. We were keeping up with some scores in the in-game chat a little bit, and I saw that Houston just tied things up with KC. We're going to have to check out what's going on with the other scores around the league here in just a second. Looks like the Dodgers are up 2-0 on the A's. Padres are up 3-1 on the Angels. There's strike 3 for Bosley. He gets McMahon swinging. 1 gone in the top of the 9th. 2 outs away from the series sweep. Yankees beat the Mariners 3-2. Astros did beat the Royals 4-3. Man, come on. All right. Hey, at least we're getting some wins, but it was a good series for the Astros, taking 2 out of 3 against the Royals. I did not think they were going to win that series after dropping the first game, but it is what it is. Tomorrow night, the Silver Boot series begins. Rangers will have won 5 in a row coming into that Thursday night game tomorrow. Jacob deGrom on the bump. Going back to this question, I can't shout out the username. It's user97 and all the rest. Hopefully you know who I'm talking about. I would be good with the split. I think 4-game series are really, really tough. I think that you should be happy as a Rangers fan if the Rangers can get a split in this series. If you can get 3 out of 4, that's phenomenal. But 4-game series are just tough, man. If you can get a 2-2 split, I think you've got to be happy with that. I know I will be. I really can't see the Rangers not getting a split. I know Hunter Brown's going tomorrow. Zach, what's good, by the way? Thanks for hanging out, buddy. Appreciate you as always. But I know we got Hunter Brown, and that is going to be tough. But I do think you just look at the odds here. We've got our top 3 starters throwing in this series. Hunter Brown versus DeGrom. What a matchup, though. I got straight up theater. Hunter Brown versus DeGrom. Yes, please. But then you've got McCullers versus Evo on Friday night. Saturday, you got Blanco versus Malley. I just find it hard to believe the Rangers aren't going to get 2 out of 3 throwing their top 3 starters. Maybe the Hunter Brown game tomorrow gets a little dicey, but we'll see how it goes. 100%. I just feel like it would be a huge disappointment if the Rangers can't get at least 2 when you're throwing your best 3 pitchers in the series. I really do hope, Zach, you're right on that Dolly prediction. I hope Adolis is warming up for the Stros. I really do. Hey, man, what's good? Good to see you. Yeah, the series with the Rockies did come at a great time. Get above 500, get the confidence up, get the vibes up, and then you go play the Silver Boot. We'll take 5 wins in a row. Like I said, I know that going into this series, we're all yapping and saying it's got to be a sweep. It's got to be a sweep. But it's hard to sweep teams. Even the worst teams in baseball, it's hard to sweep them. Baseball is a crazy game like that. Bosley making it a little interesting here. We don't quite have our barf bag ready, but It's 1 out, 2 runners on here. I would really like to see Boss get that little rollover, ground into a double play to end this one. But we got 2 on, 1 out. And not getting worried yet, but I just don't want to see us have to burn anybody else. Bosley, you got to finish out this inning. Come on, baby. No need. Robert Garcia's warming up right now. We do not need to use Robert Garcia. Come on. We're about to have this big series. I really don't understand the move. I mean, I don't know who else is available at this point. You know, who knows what it's going to be. Look, the options aren't great. I don't know if I would do that. I was going to say the only guy you can really use to eat up innings is Latz. And I don't know if you want Latz coming into this ball game. I mean, but he really is the only other one at this point. They're going to Robert Garcia, man. They're going to Robert Garcia. This sucks. Really unnecessary. I don't want to put a negative on an otherwise really good night, but just so unnecessary. I really don't love this move. I think you got to give Bosley one more guy. There's no need to throw Robert Garcia. You're going to be throwing Robert Garcia a lot this weekend. If I had to guess, he's probably going to pitch in 2 out of the 4 games. I don't know. I really did not want to see this move get made. I think it's going to end well, obviously, but I hope it doesn't mean that we don't have Robert Garcia available in some of these games against the Stros. That's where we need him. Rangers have hit pretty well against Brown, but, you know, Brown is definitely taking it up a notch, right? So I don't know if it's going to be same old, same old. It does feel like we've hit against Hunter Brown pretty well. I don't know, y'all. I'm not sure. But I will say this. Hunter Brown is an elite pitcher in the game this year so far in 2025. I don't think it's going to be easy, but maybe the past success will play into this one a little bit. That can happen. Hey, one man's voice, what's good? It does suck that Seager's out. I think that the Rangers are going to be okay just by the nature of having their 3 top pitchers throwing in this one. But it would be awesome to have Seager. Clearly, he hit really well and has hit well against Houston in the past. I would love to have had him in this series. It is what it is. As long as he's back for October, and I do think the Rangers are going to get to October. Eric, what's good, man? Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Josh Smith had a great night tonight. What do you have? A couple of hits? Couple of hits for Josh Smith, 2 for 5 with a run scored, 314 average, 853 OPS. Let's go. All right, Robert Garcia in. He's got to get 2 outs here. Let's see if he can pull it off. I definitely am with you, though, Brad. We really needed to get out of this game without using Garcia. You know what? I kind of have to put this one on Boch a little bit. I know that they probably got a plan, but I really did not want to see Garcia get utilized here. Josh Smith caught a line drive, snagged one here, tried to do the little drop the line drive. Umpire's not going for it. So, look, a quick out, 1 pitch, 1 out. Hopefully we can get one more pitch and then another out. Yes, on Martin, he is going to be throwing today. I don't know how the throwing session went, but Martin is good enough to be able to throw today. That is a huge sign. Elvia, appreciate the gifts. Thank you so much. That means a lot. Appreciate that. So, Martin, good news. I think they avoided catastrophe. When I saw elbow tightness get reported last night, I was not feeling good about that at all. So, to see that he's actually going to throw today is huge. I would imagine they give him a couple of days. Look, they overused Chris Martin over the past few days. You did not need to use him in the Rocky series at all. You shouldn't have had to. You just shouldn't have had to use any of the big guns that much in this series. Unfortunately, game 1, game 2, and even a little bit in game 3, the Rangers have had to use their top bullpen pieces. It's just too bad. But Chris Martin, I think, was like throwing for his like third day in a row last night. I thought I heard that. Chris Martin last night was his third game in a row, third day in a row pitching. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. Maybe he was just saying that he was feeling good and they went with it. Rangers 1572, I posted an article, a screenshot of an article from Evan Grant to Facebook, Threads, all those other ones. Basically, that article from Evan Grant, Dallas Morning News, said that he was going to be throwing today. So that's where I got it. By the way, I like Texas. Cue the music. Rangers win this one. Robert Garcia gets strike 3. And this one's over. Jacob Stallings strikes out on a slider. Nice, filthy slider down low to win the ball game. Patrick Corbin is going to get the win in this one. 3-2, 3.35 ERA on the year. Good stuff, man. Very, very good stuff. Bosley, look, Bosley was solid as well. I think he probably should have closed this game out, but Bochy makes the call. Fortunately, Robert Garcia only has to throw 6 pitches in this one. You would think he would be available for a majority of the Houston series. That's going to be a big, big series. Appreciate all the gifts. Thank you so much. Andrew Chafin, Rangers. Andrew Chafin had a rough ending to his Rangers tenure. I feel like he started out hot, but Chafe had a rough outing. Like, I would say rough stretch of outings at the end, it felt like. Maybe I'm just imagining that. But by the way, Bruce Bochy ties Sparky for most wins as a coach. That's awesome. Let me see this real quick. I'm just going to read a little update. Sparky Anderson, win 2,194. 2,194 major league wins. That's pretty impressive. That really is. Very, very impressive. Austin, I would have loved that. I'm glad he only had to throw 6 pitches. I'll take that. Albert, I'm with you. I do very much hope that the bats show up against the Stros. 100%. Hello, win column, baby. Hello. I pick up the phone and call David Robertson now. I wonder if they've done that or not. But the problem with David Robertson is if you go ahead and sign David Robertson, you have got to sign him probably for like $3.5 million. And I don't know if David Robertson is going to be playing for cheap, right? Because they got rid of Leote's salary. They want to stay below the luxury tax threshold. So if you go out and you pay David Robertson $8-9 million, you're going over that threshold. You'd almost have to get rid of somebody else who has a decent salary. I just don't know. I just don't know if that's going to happen or not. We keep going. He was definitely cool to watch, 100%. The Mets have called David Robertson. I've heard a couple of different teams have called him, but at the same time, you know, that doesn't mean a whole lot. Who knows how far apart they are, all that good stuff. Austin, a lot of people are talking about bringing up Cole Winn. Obviously, we got Garabito down there too. He's pitched in the big leagues, but I would say this. I think that Winn is probably going to be the first guy up if I had to guess. And then after that, I don't think that there's like a super, super great option. You know, you've got a few guys. I know some people were talking about Teodo. I don't think they're bringing up Teodo at this point. We'll see. I think Cole Winn is probably going to end up being the obvious choice if they need somebody. But then again, it kind of sounds like we're going to have Chris Martin and have potentially Luke Jackson back. I know not a lot of y'all are super high on Luke, but I think that it's probably going to be a situation where they avoid having to do a call-up, maybe just giving these guys a couple of days off, and maybe we'll see them back soon. I don't know. I think we'll see after the game today if Martin is going to be out for any amount of time. I think you do probably want Cole Winn up just for depth purposes. Again, like you look at the bullpen options tonight, you really didn't have anybody else. You had Bosley, and then you really had no one else to bring in a mop-up game that's not pitching in other situations of value. You had Jacob Latz. Not a lot of us, I don't think, want to see Jacob Latz in an 8-3 ball game with 2 runners on and 1 out. And look, I don't mean any disrespect when I say that, but I don't feel great right now about Jacob Latz with a lead and base runners on. I don't feel great about that. Hey, I would love to be the Rangers manager. Look, I'll definitely say this. They get paid the big bucks for a reason. It's easy for us to sit back in the comfort of our own homes and talk crap about what they do with the lineup and how they manage the pitching. But I'd love to be Rangers manager. That would be a lot of fun. Yeah, Cole Winn is up with the team right now, Holly. Is that right? I did not see that report, although I've just been watching the game mainly. But let me see if I can verify any news on Cole Winn coming out. Nothing, at least in the Google search. So I'll have to check that out. But if Cole Winn is indeed up with the club, that probably tells you Chris Martin is going to need a few days. That's what I would guess. Okay, cool. So Winn is up with the team. Yeah, I do kind of agree with this comment, Antonio. Like, you drafted Cole Winn in 2018. It's awesome. Like, it's phenomenal that he's having such a great year in AAA. At some point, you got to put up or shut up. And at 26 years old, I will say it feels like it is time for Cole Winn to be a decent Major League Baseball player and to be a contributor in the bullpen. Like, I don't know how much longer you want the guy 28, 29 still in AAA. Like, you got all these other pitchers that are coming up through the ranks. Like, at some point, Cole Winn has got to be serviceable, or you probably need to make a decision on him. But 26 years old, 2018, first round pick, all the promise in the world. I hope that it works out for him. I'm rooting for him. I want to see him carry what he's been doing in AAA to the major leagues. Way easier said than done, but that would be phenomenal. We keep going. Is the offense waking up? I really hesitate to get too hyped about the Rockies and beating up on Colorado. I love it because we just haven't seen this enough. We haven't seen this kind of offensive outburst consistently. But I got to be real with y'all. I'm not there yet. I'm not trying to say they're back. They've woken up. It was Colorado. Now, if they can come out and do this against Houston, 100,000%, I will be there. But unless they do it against the teams that are really good and matter, I don't think that I can go there yet with this offense. Got to wait and see. Let's see how they do at home against Houston. I think that they're going to be able to scrap across some runs against some of the Houston starters in this series. Don't know if it's going to be Hunter Brown, but I do think that there is a possibility that the Rangers are able to keep this up. I don't think automatically, no, they're going to go back to scoring 2 or 3 runs. I think that they can sustain some of this offense. I just don't know if it's going to be tomorrow against one of the best pitchers this year in baseball in Hunter Brown. Just don't know. Sweep like I expected. JJ was good. Carlos, I do tend to agree with you, my friend. Yeah, 10-day IL for Seager. He'll miss the Stroh series, unfortunately. Justin, I think they're planning on having him back in the middle of next week at some point. I'm not sure who we have after Houston. You guys let me know. Let me check it out. I got it up in front right now. May 19th, they got the day off. Monday the 19th. But then the 20th, we go to the Yankees. So we're playing the Yankees after Houston. I'm telling y'all, this Rocky series was like one of the first reprieves we've really had. The Rangers have played one of the toughest schedules in baseball, and I wonder if it's still one of the toughest schedules in baseball. I'm going to see if I can pull up ESPN's RPI, relative power index, and just see what the strength of schedule still is. Rangers have dropped a little bit. They're still in the top 10. They're number 7 in strength of schedule still. So, look, still one of the teams playing one of the harder schedules in ball, and it's going to get stronger. The Rockies have kind of brought it down a little bit, honestly, because they were, I think, top 5 before the Rocky series. So Houston is 3 right now. They're 3. in terms of strength of schedule. So this number is going to improve. Rangers will probably be top 5 in strength of schedule after the Astros series. So I think at this point, you have to keep in mind, Rangers have just played a lot of talented teams this year. They played a lot of talented teams. And this Rocky series was really the first reprieve, the first break they've gotten where you actually get to play a legitimately below average team. I mean, the A's are winning some games. There's a number of the teams that maybe in the past we would have considered bottom feeders, like winning ball games. The A's are winning some games this year. So the Rangers have not had the easiest path here in the month of April and May, playing some really quality opponents. I mean, he played San Fran, Boston twice, Seattle twice. You played, now you're going to play Houston here in a second. They've played the Rays. I know the Rays are a little bit down this year, right? They're 19-22, still pretty respectable. The White Sox, I'm trying to look at like the truly bad teams. The Nats are pretty bad. Let me look at this here. Nats are pretty bad. Rockies, White Sox, Pirates, Marlins are 15-26. Orioles are 15-24. Jeez. The Angels 17-24. Feels like there's a lot of like middle of the road teams right now. Hey, Justin, appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the generosity, man. That means a lot. A's just beat the Dodgers 11-0, but that's not tonight, is it? I thought tonight the Dodgers were up like 2-0. You talking about like last night? Okay. Too bad, man. The Royals were up 3-1 on the Astros today and ended up blowing it, losing 3-4. Really a bummer. Would have been nice to gain a game on the Astros. It's 3-2 A's in the fourth right now, okay? And the A's are actually, I think, slightly ahead of us right now in the division. Feels weird saying that out loud, but it is what it is. Unfortunately for the Rangers, the Mariners have to play the Padres this weekend. So hopefully we can get some good luck with the Mariners losing. I don't know who the A's play. Let me look that up, who the A's are playing this weekend. A's have Friday night. What do we got? The Giants. So everybody in the West is playing a pretty good opponent this weekend. Rangers, of course, are going to have their hands full with the Astros, but you've got the Padres playing the Mariners. You've got the Angels playing the Dodgers, and you've got the Athletics playing the Giants. Everybody's playing a good team this weekend in the AL West. So if the Rangers are able to reel off 3 wins out of 4, man, that would be phenomenal. Gio, what's good, man? Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you, brother. Rangers are back to a 0 run differential. Here we go. Yeah, it was crazy. They were like first place with a negative run differential for the longest time. Y'all remember that? We were in first place free and clear and had a negative run differential. Okay, that's how baseball goes sometime, as the great Ron Washington would say, and probably still says. Good for the Rangers getting back to it. Hey, Justin, thank you for the subscription, man. Appreciate that sub. That's huge. By the way, this is a great plug. I won't make it too long, but I am starting a couple of very affordable subscription options, $2.99 a month. And here's what you get. Obviously, I'm going to make sure that you get that priority in the chat and in live streams, comments on videos, all that good stuff. But I'm also starting an in-game chat. It's an exclusive in-game chat for paid subscribers and members. Look, I know some of y'all have been with me for a long time, and some of y'all are brand new. And I don't want y'all to think I'm getting greedy or anything like that. But I want to give away for some of the OGs, the real ones, the ones that really want to support what we're doing here at Right on Rangers, an opportunity. If it's not for you, you decide it's not your thing, $2.99 is $2.99. Like, I get it. It's real money. But if you want to support the show, you like what I'm doing here, you want to be a part of our in-game chat. We had a lot of fun with it today. There's a couple of people I know that are on the live right now that were in it today. It's just some good back and forth talking baseball. It was great. I loved it. Just starting it out. It's a little Discord chat that I have. So if you subscribe, I will get you into that Discord immediately. I'll DM you and I'll make sure you have the link and everything set up so you can be a part of that. I appreciate you thinking about it. Again, if it's not for you, keep on supporting the show just by showing up like this. That means a lot to me. Again, not trying to get greedy by any means. Most of my stuff is going to be and continue to be free of charge. We're not going to get too tricky with it, but having an exclusive chat for paid members, paid subscribers, obviously gives me a little bit of a bump, supports me, supports what I'm doing here on the show, but it also it weeds out, I should say, the trolls a little bit. I don't just want a bunch of randoms popping by in our in-game chat causing havoc. So this gives it a little more credibility, keeps the group a little bit tight-knit and high substance. So anyways, think about it. There's a subscription button I think you can hit in the live. I don't really know how it all works. DM me on TikTok or whatever social you're watching me on if you want more information. I would love to share it with you, man. Where do you sign up? Help out in the chat. Justin, if you're still hanging out, help out in the chat. I would really appreciate that. I know I can type it out, but I got a bunch of stuff going on, managing YouTube, X, and all that. If one of y'all could help me out and explain how to subscribe, I thought there was just like a pretty easy button you could hit next to the text box. Appreciate you. Thank you, Justin. So think about it. I really would appreciate that. But if it's not for you, no hard feelings. Still love y'all, and I thank you for all the support that you're giving Right On Rangers. All right, then. Let's keep on going. Let's keep rolling here. I want to make sure I get to all y'all's comments. So, we're never ducking any comments. I always will get a couple of random people accusing me of like ducking their comments. Bro just talks and never answers anything. No. Yes, this is a podcast. Yes, you're going to hear my opinion. But I'm also 1000% going to give you guys the floor. Anything of substance, pretty much we're reading out loud. And if I miss it, it's an honest mistake, and I would really appreciate you posting it again. Some of y'all are really good about that. Zach, that means a lot, man. I appreciate that. Look, just being totally real with you, that's my dream. I want the post games to be something that y'all look forward to. I look forward to it. I don't even really know what the format is for the post games that they do on the Rangers network. I like the guys. Don't get me wrong. I like some of those guys, Macklemore and all them. I think they're great. But look, selfishly, I did say to myself, how can I come up with a product that people want to watch more than that? I'm trying, y'all. And you guys are making it big, and I appreciate you very much for that. So we'll keep this rolling. It's a good time to be a Rangers fan with the Rangers on a 5-game heater. Y'all believe that? 5 games in a row? Hey, look, I know we played the Rockies, but anytime you do a little 5-gamer like this, you got to appreciate it. Like, it's not easy to win 5 games in a row in Major League Baseball, man. It's not easy. Appreciate that. Hey, Just Drive, what's good, man? Yeah, I got this. It was my birthday a few weeks ago. I got a ton of Fanatics cards. Y'all know I live and die on Fanatics. And pretty much anything Rangers, I'm buying it up. So I got this hat, the shirt I had on last night that says Lone Star State. Love that shirt. Nice little dry fit. I got another City Connect shirt. I'll probably bust out on Friday night when they do the City Connects in the Silver Boot series, man. I love this hat. I said to myself, I got to buy as much City Connect gear as I can because you don't know how easy it's going to be to come by when they go to the new City Connects next year. Man, I hope that the City Connects are fire next year because I love the ones that they came out with a couple of years back. I know some of y'all don't care for the City Connects. I don't know. I've just really latched onto them. If you don't like them, look, I'm just as excited to see what the new City Connect is going to be. So I'll cheer with you on that because you know what? The Rangers and what they cooked up last time was pretty dang good with the Peagle. With the TX, I loved it. So I'm excited to see what they come out with, but I'm going to miss the old school. What are the predictions for the next City Connects? I don't know if there's even any mock-ups on City Connects and what they're going to be. I think they've been pretty tight-lipped on that. So look, the second I figure it out, I've got every single Rangers media person with a clue on instant notifications. The second I find out what they're thinking for the City Connects, I'm going to let y'all know. I'm going to let y'all know. I am really, really excited about it. I think the smart thing to do would be to wait until the offseason. Y'all know what I'm about to say. Like the offseason for MLB, we try to make it fun here at Right on Rangers. We do a weekly offseason show, and I go live if anything crazy big happens in the offseason as well. But I think that they're going to announce it during the offseason just to break up the monotony a little bit. Another thing I'd love to see them do in the offseason with the NBA draft and the NBA draft lottery just having occurred, I would love to see them make a bigger deal out of the lottery in MLB for the draft. Like, you've got to do that in the offseason just to make it a little bit more exciting, man. I would love to see them do as much as they can to spice up the offseason, because we know how it goes. Unless you're a World Series champ, that October is long. I like watching postseason baseball, but that October can be long watching other teams that you really don't want to win the World Series go on the quest to win it. Then you got all November, December, January, and then February starts cooking up a little bit. But look, I'm definitely excited going back full circle for the new City Connects to come out. I don't, Zach. I'm slacking like big time. Tell you what, I've got it in a box literally right over here. I'm going to take it out right after the show is over, and I'll have it for the weekend series. We got to get the Peagle bobblehead out for the weekend series 100%. Maybe I'll replace the hat behind me. I'll put the Peagle right over my shoulder right here. I think I'll do that. Definitely got to get that one out. Absolutely. Big series coming up. Just Drive, totally agree. This is a big series. Don't overhype it in the sense of, if the Rangers don't get the desired result, it's not the end of the world. Y'all remember back in 23 when we got absolutely waxed by Houston at home, and then it didn't end up making a dang difference in the postseason. So I definitely am not putting too much stock in this series, but we hate the Astros. We got to be real about that. We don't like the Astros. We don't want to lose to the Astros. But looking back, being removed from the series maybe by a day or two, I can't tell y'all I'm going to be very happy in the lives after losing to Houston, but we're going to get through it. These always become group therapy sessions one way or another, and that's what I love about this show and about y'all. But I think 2-2 split is a really good mentality to come into this series with. If you can just get a 2-2 split, I think that that's huge. In these 4-game series, it is hard to win 3 games. So if the Rangers can get 2-2, that's kind of my floor. And then 3-4 obviously would be huge. 3-4 would be phenomenal. Sweep, you're on cloud freaking 9 at that point. But realistic expectations. I think if the Rangers can get 2, you got to be thrilled about that. You got to be. And then at that point, you're pretty much right neck and neck with Houston after the series is over. My big philosophy on these rivalry games is you just can't get waxed one way or another. And so in a 4-game set at home, I think with your 3 best pitchers throwing, you've got to win 2. And anything less than that is a disappointment. You lose this series or you get swept with your 3 best starters on the mound. That is not good. And I think rightfully, I would be upset. You would be upset with that outcome. But I think 2 out of 4 games will take that. And the Rangers should win 2 out of 4 with DeGrom, Evo, Malley starting the first 3 games of this series. The other thing that I like, just the way that it works out with those 3 guys throwing the first 3 games, Sunday, you're potentially playing with house money. You get 2 out of 3 wins between Thursday and Saturday. Now Sunday in the lighter start, you're playing with house money. Sure, you would love to win that Sunday game, but I would absolutely be thrilled if the Rangers can take 2 out of 3 over the course of the next few days. And then it's a house money start for Jack Leiter on Sunday. Little less pressure. You go into that game only having won 1 out of 3 or none out of 3. There's a lot of pressure on Leiter to perform there. And he's already going to be facing a good team. So my preference, strong preference. Rangers, they listened tonight for the most part. I didn't have Robert Garcia coming into the 9th inning. I said, Corbin, Bosley, finish it out. last night. That was the order that we gave to the Rangers rotation and pitching staff. They almost listened. I would love for the Rangers to win the first couple of games. Easier said than done. But then Sunday, little less pressure for the young lighter. Now we need to do this for a few series in a row. Agreed. Like, a lot of people are getting excited about the bats. I was too. Don't take this as me being negative, but you have to contextualize it. We were playing the Rockies. We're playing the worst team in baseball. So I would hope that the bats could come alive against the worst team in ball. But if they can do it against the Astros, then y'all are going to hear me get a lot louder chirping about the bats being back. Right now, I got to play it safe, and I'm going to play it safe. Let's see what they average in the Houston series. Hunter Brown's going to be tough tomorrow night. You guys did point out, a couple of y'all have rightfully pointed out, Ricky, appreciate you, bud. Thank you for the gift. A couple of y'all have rightfully pointed out that the Rangers have hit Hunter Brown fairly well in the past, but sometimes, y'all, that doesn't always matter if a guy has found a groove and a rhythm. But let's look at the Hunter Brown numbers right now. I know we usually do this at the end of the show, but I'll cut to it since we're talking about it. So we've got Jake Berger, 3 for 4 with a bomb off Hunter Brown. And Berger hadn't even played with the Rangers in the past when we're all thinking about the success that they've had against him. Evan Carter, Kiko, appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hey, we're getting closer to that GG goal, aren't we? It's a lofty goal. I think I got it at 100 right now. Y'all are awesome. I don't even care what we get to. I'm appreciative of anything. Kiko, you're great. Thank you. Appreciate the generosity. Justin, you're the man too. Thank you. You guys have been great. Seriously, very humbled. Thanks so much. Let's talk Evan Carter. He's 1 for 1 against Hunter Brown. Duran, 1 for 4. Adolis is 4 for 13 with a homer. Heim, 2 for 10. Higashioka, 1 for 4. Josh Young, 1 for 7. Langford, 1 for 8. Peterson, 1 for 1. Marcus Semien crushes Hunter Brown. Wouldn't this, it would make my day if Marcus Semien, if this could be the game for him, the Simi's back game. He is 647, hitting 647 off of Hunter Brown. Marcus Semien is. So whatever the math on that is, 9 for 17. 9 for 17. Might even be 10 for 17. I'm not a big-time math guy. Marcus Semien absolutely crushes Hunter Brown. Hopefully that continues tomorrow. And then Josh Smith, 2 for 9. So you've got some dudes. Jake Berger, hello, 750 average. Marcus Semien, 647 average. Adolis Garcia, 308 average with a bomb. We'll take it, man. And then on the other side, Houston has not seen DeGrom. They got Caratini. I don't know if Caratini is playing much for them, though. He is 286 and 14 ABs. You got Rogers, their second baseman, at 2 for 6. And then Christian Walker is 0 for 7 against DeGrom. 0 for 7 against DeGrom, for sure. Hey, appreciate it. Tomorrow is Cuban Bomb versus Cuban Royd. Let's see who does better. That's great, man. That is gold. Hey, Kate, appreciate the comment. Y'all, tomorrow, if I've said this so many times, whenever Jacob DeGrom is pitching, whenever Nate Eovaldi is pitching, go to the games. Anytime these guys are throwing at home, you never know how many more opportunities you're going to get to see them. If you can go, go. Seriously. And I am so jealous of all y'all that are going to be at that series. So jealous. Hey, DM me a pic from your seat. I would love that. Let me live vicariously through you. If you remember, send me a DM, send me a pic where you're at in the stadium. I would love to live vicariously through y'all. That would be great. Let me see what else we got. What else do we got? Hunter Brown could win Cy Young, but I'm hoping Tyler Mahle or DeGrom or Evo take it from him, man. Tomorrow would be a good start. It really would be. Justin, I'm with you. Simi needs a great series against Houston. He really does. Ricky, appreciate the GGs. Thank you, sir. All y'all that have given gifts, you're awesome, man. I appreciate it so much. Astros have the lowest ERA just from their bullpen. So basically, you got to get to the starter. And Hunter Brown, not exactly the easiest guy to get to. Tomorrow would be epic. Andrew, great point. If the Stars win tomorrow and the Rangers win, Stars are going to clinch that Western Conference Finals appearance. Let me see. What do we got? Leiter is due for a big game. That would be nice, but look, against some of these better teams, Leiter has struggled a little bit. I would like for the Rangers to have already secured the split before that Leiter game. You're looking to earn the split, or you're looking to salvage a game in the series. A lot of pressure on Jack. I would love for the Rangers to kind of be playing with house money a little bit by the time Sunday rolls around. Appreciate all y'all. Carlos, only good thing Houston had was Kate Upton. Ain't that the truth? Shoot. Zach, if we sweep the Stros, that would be huge. I'm not holding my breath on that one, but that would be huge. Cade, you're going to sit on third baseline. That's awesome. Only sit in Corey's corner now. Always sit at Rangers games, even at the old park. Oh, I can picture that right field at the old park for sure. Absolutely. Ryan, hey, Mariners, I don't think got it done tonight, did they? I thought the Mariners lost tonight. Thought they've lost the past couple of nights. Hey, they did get the better of the Rangers the first couple of times around for sure. Hey, Just Drive, thank you for the compliment, man. Appreciate the kind words. Thank you for your support of the show. If we win the Houston series, I think you got to feel pretty good that the Rangers are in a good place. Doesn't mean everything's fixed, but if they win the Houston series, imagine if they sweep and Rangers have won 9 in a row. I would be beside myself. Like, absolutely beside myself. Seriously. The A's and the Mariners are playing good competition, though. Every team in the AL West is playing a great team. So this is a good weekend. If the Rangers can win 3 out of 4, you could probably get some serious ground gained. Thoughts on Brett Boone? I like the energy in the dugout. No idea how big of a difference he's truly making. But I will say this. I love the dugout energy from Booney. It's a lot like how I would like to operate when I was around the game, coaching, playing myself. I love guys that bring that energy. So to see Booney doing some fist bumps and chest bumps and all sorts of stuff in the dugout, getting guys hyped up, I love that. Love that. Kiko, you do. Fanatics, this hat is sick. I love it. Normally, I don't go for, like, I know I have the red Rangers hat that y'all have seen, but I feel like I'm always getting the dark, like super dark black or blue. I went with the red. I like it a lot, man. I love this City Connect hat. I really do. It's sweet. And you know, you do get like what is that? Like, some people ask me when I'm wearing it, who's that? And you know what? It's a great little opportunity for me to talk about the Rangers and plug the show a little bit. So, man, I love it. It's a very, very nice hat. Y'all should go get it. I have a Camo City hat. I would love to see that. Camo City. Wow, I didn't even realize they were selling something like that. That's cool. Abby, thanks for sharing the live. Appreciate that a lot. Can we put a bow on this game, though? I feel like we're a little all over the place, which is great. Let's put a bow on this game. I want to make sure I got through everything needed that I wanted to talk through. Josh Smith, we already talked about him. Great night, 2 for 5. We talked about Wyatt Langford. At least I remember posting about it during the game. Wyatt, back-to-back days with a home run, and 1 for 4 tonight with that home run, plus a walk. Jock Peterson, 1 for 4. He had a walk as well, on base twice. Doley had a nice night at the plate, looked a little bit more balanced up there, had a big 2-run homer to give the Rangers a comfortable lead. What was that? In the 6th inning, the bottom of the 6th inning. Then you have Marcus Semien, 1 for 5. Look, you'd love, like we talked about, to see Marcus Semien have a big series against the Astros. He loves facing Hunter Brown. I would absolutely be overjoyed if Simi just shows out, just freaking shoves against the Astros, man. I would love to see him have a huge series. We'll try to temper the expectations, but Simi does like to play against Houston. He's had some fun moments, man, against Houston. Some real fun moments. So hopefully this will be a good series for him. Josh Young, 2 for 3. He stays hot. I was actually a little surprised Josh Young wasn't a little bit higher up in the order tonight. I figured with the 2 homers, he was definitely going to be a guy that got moved up in the order. But you know what? I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So Josh Young hitting from the 6th spot tonight, pretty good. 2 for 3 and a walk, on base 3 times. Man, 824 OPS. If he could get fully unlocked this season, that would really be special for Texas. To have all-star starter in 2023, Josh Young, be a heart of the order guy, be a, maybe 275, 300 hitter, 25 home run guy. I would love to see that. Evan Carter, 0 for 2, but 2 walks. You got to love the patience that Evan Carter is displaying right now up at the plate. Justin, by the way, have a good night if you're still hanging out. And then Jake Berger, 1 for 3, 2 RBI with a walk. Really, everybody had a good night tonight. Only Evan Carter was hitless, and even he had an RBI and got on base a couple of times. Higgy is still, I think, kind of trying to find it from his time on the IL. He was 1 for 4, hitting from the 9 spot tonight. Put the ball in play almost every time, did strike out once, but feels like Higgy is still trying to find his footing a little bit here. Hey, Albert, appreciate that, man. I know that you're probably long gone by now, but thank you. Name a baseball team. Wyatt Langford. Wyatt Langford, please. Appreciate it. Hey, Action Jacks, appreciate the follow, and thank you for the heart as well, man. Means a lot. You got to go with Wyatt Langford. Let's see a Wyatt Langford edit. On YouTube, somebody asked me for their next edit. What should they do? I'm just going to give you Rangers literally like every time, though, right? Like every time I'm going to give you a Rangers player if you ask me for an edit. Give me Wyatt Langford. I would love that, man. I would love that. How are we ranking this lineup? I don't know. Drew Brees, appreciate the follow. Let me think about this. Like, I think ideally this probably is the lineup, but add in Corey Seager to the 3-hole and everybody else back one. So you'd have Peterson hitting 4th, Garcia 5th, Simi 6th. I think that's probably what I'm going with. I wonder if they'll bump Garcia back to 6 and keep Simi at 5. I don't know. But I think that this lineup is probably the lineup that they are going to stick with. Berger going to drop 30 bombs from the 8-hole, I guess. I mean, Jake Berger is going to catch fire and start dropping bombs. You know that, right? It's coming. 30 homers from the 8th spot. That's going to be crazy. I am with you. Drew Breezy, I'm with you. Appreciate the follow again, man. And thank you for the comment. I definitely think that you got to keep Simeon almost right where he is. I would probably say at this point, he's probably locked into the 5 spot. Maybe they move him down to 6. I just don't think you're going to move him down much more than that. Action Jacks, I like Boone. I like the energy in the dugout. I don't know how much he's actually improving approaches. I think some guys have probably taken a lot from him, and some guys maybe not as much. Maybe he's just getting to know him and maybe just giving him a few observations here and there. I think it's going to be a little bit different for every hitter, but I love the energy Brett Boone is bringing in the dugout. 100%. You've seen that in action, and there is something to be said about that intangible. A coach that can keep guys loose, keep the vibes high. I think we talked about it a week ago. Having a hitting coach that can just keep guys out of their head, can just keep guys from overthinking and keep them in a good state of mind. I think on MLB Network, Sean Casey was basically saying, when you're a hitting coach, you're basically a sports psychologist. Like, you're just trying to keep these guys level-headed, out of their heads, just going up there, being free and easy. Of course, giving them information, tweaking little things here and there. But a lot of what you're doing as a hitting coach, according to Sean Casey on MLB Network, this was right when they hired Brett Boone, is the mental side of it. So I do think Brett Boone is probably bringing a really, really positive factor from that perspective and that angle. I definitely am with you, though. I cannot wait until Siegs is back. I really want to see this lineup cook for an extended period of time. Like right now, at this point, you've got a situation where you've had like 3 games with Corey Seager in the 3-hole. It feels like you've only had like 3, 4, like maybe I'll count on one hand the number of games with Seager in that 3 spot. I would really love to get a little bit of an extended period, just seeing what the lineup looks like with Siegs locked into that position. It's coming eventually, but Siegs just catching a little bit of a rough stretch of games right now with the health. He is. Absolutely. Tomorrow, we already kind of reviewed the matchup. Leiter, by the way, DeGrom only faced the 3 hitters. We talked about DeGrom. We talked about Hunter Brown and how they have fared against each opposing lineup. Game starts tomorrow at 7:05 Texas time. That'll be a 5:05 start from me out here on the West Coast. One Ranger I'd love to see make the All-Star game the most. I think you got to go Josh Smith, right? Tyler Mahle would probably be another guy I would love to see make the All-Star team. But Josh Smith, Tyler Mahle, probably the 2 guys I would love to see. I wonder if Seager hamstring is going to hold up. Every time he runs hard, I get scared. You don't see him run hard very much, though, Bo. You don't see that happen very much with Seager. He ain't running very hard. Yeah, Drew Breezy, I am out on the West Coast. I live in Las Vegas. I've been out here for about 15 years. I grew up in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in Arlington. I went to many games at the old ballpark in Arlington. And I've only been to a few games, honestly, at the new one. But been out here in Vegas for 15 years. Love it out here. Miss my buddies and I miss going to games in Texas, but probably not moving back anytime soon. For now, it'll be watching from afar. I go to Rangers games whenever they're out on the West Coast. With the A's moving to Vegas, I'm going to get to see my boys a lot more. I'm excited about that. Man, one time a bunch of y'all are going to have to come out for a Vegas trip and come to a game with me out here when the A's find their ballpark and get their home situated. I would love that. Make a trip out of it. We'll have a little ride on Rangers Vegas vacation. That'd be sweet. Brutal summers in both spots for sure. I think I'd probably rather do the Vegas summer. It's like 115 degrees at times, but no humidity. It's still very hot. Feels like you're in a freaking blow dryer, but no humidity. And that Texas humidity don't play. When I was growing up, I mowed lawns in the summertime in Arlington. It was not super, super enjoyable. So having the ability to compare both summers, I think I'll take the Vegas one, man. Seriously. All right, y'all. I don't got a whole lot else to go through. I'll just keep checking comments, make sure I didn't miss anything. Go Nats. What? Nate Lowe, I am cheering for him to do well at the Nationals. Rangers play the Nationals in June. I think they play out in Washington. So that'll be a fun little reuniting with Nate Lowe. That'll be a lot of fun. Cameron, appreciate the follow, man. Thank you so much. Means a lot. Drew Breezy, you got Jake Berger cooking tomorrow or Jacob deGrom? deGrom, I'm assuming. Look, I think deGrom is going to do well tomorrow, too. I think he is in a groove officially. Sure would be nice to get both Jakes in the groove, Berger and deGrom. I'll take that all day long. It's what you need anyways. You need somebody who can swing the bat, put a few runs on the board. I'll take a Berger bomb, and I'll take deGrom absolutely dealing tomorrow night against the arch rival Astros. 5 in a row is great momentum. Chris, I'm with you 100%. Zach, I would love to see Dolly just for a series return to peak Adolis Garcia 2023 form. I would love that. That would be a very, very good feel-good moment. All right, y'all. I think it's time for us to get going. We've been going for over an hour. It's going to be a big weekend, a huge weekend with the Houston series upcoming. I want to say a special thank you to everybody that is watching right now live. And if you haven't followed or you're not subscribed yet to the channel, hit that follow or subscribe button. Make sure notifications are on. That way you don't miss a live, you don't miss a video when I post it. We had a couple of people purchase a subscription, a membership today. It's $2.99 a month. You get exclusive access to a Discord channel where we do in-game chat and a bunch of other cool stuff. So if you're interested in that, you want a way to support the channel, and I very much appreciate any support that I can get. There is a subscribe option on TikTok. You can tap that, and from there, I'll get you anything that you need to get set up for the Discord and become an official member of Right on Rangers, y'all. Small price. $2.99 is $2.99, though. I get it. I totally get it. Been on a budget for many, many years now. Every little dollar helps, so I don't take $2.99 lightly. If you would be so obliged to do that, I'd be very grateful. But if not, enjoy the content. Much of what I'm doing is going to continue to be free for a long, long time, but just a small way that you can support the channel and get a few extra perks as well. All right, there's my plug. You'll probably hear me talk about it a couple more times, so bear with it. Appreciate y'all. Kyle, Josh Smith is definitely one of the guys I trust most up at the plate right now. Like 100%. I definitely trust him more than anybody. I mean, I think Wyatt Langford, you throw him in there. Josh Young is creeping up that way. Corey Seager, of course. But yeah, look, Josh Smith, I think by and far has been our most consistent Texas Ranger this year on the offensive side. Chris, yeah. I am live after pretty much every game. Like occasionally I'm traveling for work or, you know, there's something going on with my family, not able to make it happen. But most games I am live right after the game is over or within an hour. Most of the time it's within 30 minutes. I would say a majority of the time we go live in the 7th or 8th inning. So if you got the game up on the TV, go ahead, head to TikTok, head to YouTube. I'll be on. Probably most games I'll start going on in the 8th inning, 9th inning. So you can watch the last 2 innings, enjoy my commentary and all the comments coming in, and finish it out. But that's what I do. That's my rhythm for most games. Very rare that I won't be on a live afterwards. I'm always ahead. Yeah, I just do MLB TV. I put MLB TV on my computer where I do my streams for YouTube and X and Facebook and Instagram. But I know everybody streams a little different. All y'all that still have the old school cable, you're not streaming. You got that hardwired old school cable. Y'all get the first look at everything. Cable is always ahead of streaming, it feels like. So some of y'all get the first look even before me. I'll be in like these super intense moments in the 9th inning and somebody's got cable and they're putting in what happened before I even see it. I actually sometimes will try and keep my eyes off the comments when I'm doing it, just at least for the important parts so it doesn't get spoiled. But yeah, I know sometimes we're a little bit off with the delays, but it's close enough. It's all good. Brody, appreciate it, man. Thanks for dropping by. Thank you for the comment. Appreciate that. All right, y'all. Love y'all. Thank you for the comments. Appreciate it. Probably have a video out sometime tomorrow. Got a couple of ideas cooking. You'll have to see what I end up posting for my short, for my reel that I'll put out during the game. Before the game. During the game, I'll do some posts. I post on X. I post on Facebook, Threads, Blue Sky. We do the in-game chat through Discord for any paid member or subscriber as well. You want more info on that, DM me. But we're going to sign off for tonight. I hope y'all have a great rest of your Wednesday night and a good Thursday tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll be back in the 8th or 9th inning tomorrow night talking about how the Rangers are up 5 or 6 runs. Hunter Brown had a terrible day. I'm speaking it into existence right now, y'all. Okay, then. Thank you for hanging out. And as I always say to end every show, God bless and go Rangers.